Hey guys, what's up? This is your girl Yvette. I am here today to just be honest with you and blunt um, regarding working a 9 to 5. Now, some of you love working 9 to 5, and I think that's great. But then there are a lot of you that I talk to that feel that they're just frustrated. And if you're feeling really stuck right now, this is the video for you. I have been trying to fit into the 9 to 5 mold for all of my entire life. And let me tell you, it hasn't been easy. But yes, we have to pay bills and we have to be responsible adults. No matter who you are, at some point you have to bring in money and income. I get that. But this video and everything that I talk about is all about breaking out of the 9 to 5. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling discouraged, if you don't really know what you want to do, I think this video and my other videos that I have that will be going viral as well will be very helpful to you. So, first of all, I'll be honest with you to tell you that I'm an artist. So if you're an artist, you probably can relate to this video even more so because we typically don't fit into the norm. Now, before I go any further, I'm not saying that we're all outcasts because that is totally not the case. But for many, many years, I felt like an outcast because for whatever reason, I saw people all around me doing 9 to 5 jobs and just having a great life. And unfortunately, that hasn't been my experience. So a couple of years ago, some things happened to me that actually thrust me out of the 9 to 5 mentality. And I'll talk about it more later. Yeah, it wasn't total tragedy, but it was a stop along the way, if you know what I mean. It's been really a challenge. For the last couple of years, my life has been a challenge because I was thrust into a place where I had to literally sit back and reevaluate who I am mentally, physically, and emotionally. And it's been a very difficult challenge. However, the flip side is that I didn't realize that I was stuck in my life prior to the event and the accident. I didn't know I was stuck. Well, actually, I didn't know I was stuck. I just didn't want to admit it. So, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, at this point, literally shook me out of my delusional head and thrust me into a place where I had no choice but to sit back and evaluate my life and find out where I want to go. And it's been really rough. But the good news is, it's actually encouraged me to do other things. Okay. So, being an artist, I'm an actor, actress. I sing. I'm a music buff, and I'm sure some of you guys have listened to some of my YouTube videos, and that's my thing. That's my drug, okay, of choice. Music, entertainment. I love it. I love it. I love it. But artists sometimes are, well, most of the time, we are not supported in our society. We have no particular blueprint, unless, of course, you come from a very wealthy family or someone you know in the industry or whatever, the whole whatever. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. And I would like to encourage people who feel passionate about being an artist, not fitting into the 9 to 5 mold, to go out and stretch. Just go out and stretch. Don't allow what happened to me happen to you. I was thrust into a place where I have no choice but to pursue my dreams at this point. I mean, everything that I tried to make work hasn't worked. Nothing has worked yet. So I've decided to take the plunge, and it's scary. It really is. It's very challenging. It's very frightening. However, it's something that I am going to do, and I am doing. And I encourage you to follow me on this journey. If you feel stuck, if you feel a little out of sort, or if you even have a calling on your life where you know you should do something, but you just can't do it because you're afraid. I am here to tell you, if you don't do it, and a lot of you already know this, something will knock on your door and you won't have a choice. And I hope that doesn't happen to you, because now I feel like I have no choice but to go out and do what I want to do. But had I just been obedient, and just put my toe in the water, because people talk about they're waiting on God, but God is waiting on us a lot of the times, because we have everything we need. We just, because fear is the curse of the spirit. And when you're fearful, you are paralyzed. So we have a lot of people on this planet that never ever get to live out their dreams and their goals, only because of what? You got it. Fear. Fear. And here's the thing too. Don't beat yourself up because you are fearful of living out your dreams and goals, because that is how the enemy stops us. Because once you, and what I've realized is that you never get over the fear, because every step, the next level, there's fear, because we don't know. Some people say they have a crystal ball, but I don't. Maybe you do. You don't know the future. So the unknown is where the fear comes in, the self-doubt. And the other thing is talking about what you're going through at the moment, dealing with your family and your friends. And I know we all want to be accepted. I know I do. I want people to like me. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you, I don't care if people like me. They can go to, where. No, I want people to like me. But guess what? I now know that's not possible. Not everyone is going to like me or my choices. In fact, some people probably want to say a prayer over me that things don't work out. But here again, that is not uncommon. A lot of that goes on. And some of the people that's really close to you really don't really want to see you prosper. And it's not because they don't like you necessarily, but when you prosper, you make them feel a little like, what am I doing? Now, I think that's a part of human nature that makes them look at themselves and go, maybe I should be, or who does she think she is, or it's not going to work. It didn't work for me. So I want to digress. Just calling people up and, so, hey, what's going on with you? Hey, what's going on with you? And you guys are chopping it up. You just talking or whatever. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, what's going on with me is, and you start talking and the ball starts rolling and rolling and rolling. And then all of a sudden you realize that everything you had on your to-do list or your goal list, you've now just communicated to that person. Now, I'm a little paranoid, I'll be honest to tell you, because of my past. I've had people that I confided in and I've talked to, and I felt like, I feel better. I got it off my chest and I have someone I can talk to. And the next thing you know, the whole world knows everything that I've told that one person. Here's the problem with that, as far as I am concerned. Now, none of the things that I have, I was talking to that other person about actually manifested yet. It was all on the table. Like, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm thinking about doing. I go, yeah, that's a good idea. I had it written down, but nothing has happened yet. So the next thing I know, I'm getting phone calls. Hey, I heard da 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 da. So how did that go? Well, really? Well, don't worry about it, girl. If it doesn't work out, don't worry about it. It happened to me too. We're all in the same boat. You ever heard that one before? We're all in the same boat. Well, guess what? I don't want to be in the same boat. And it doesn't give me a lot of self-satisfaction to hear that you're not doing well. I want you to do well. But unfortunately, some people don't want you to do well. But a lot of times it's just that they don't want you to make them look at what they're not doing. That's been my experience. Not everyone is like out to get you with a knife, you know. But it's up to you to shut your mouth. Just be quiet. And for actors, especially, be very careful about who you talk to. Just take a deep breath. Yes, there's some people who are supportive. There's some people who want to see you succeed. But 9 out of 10, those people are the ones who are currently doing what you want to do. Because people have a hard time watching you get over the hump. And they're sitting back there going, wonder why nothing's happening for me. Well, that's an individual thing. But my experience is just to shut up. Don't talk about it, but be about it. I think that's how it goes. Yeah. Because it really is cheap. You have something you want to do, you need to do some new headshots, you need to revise your resume, you need a new agent, you need a manager, whatever. Okay. Just write it down and take one step at a time. Because one of the reasons that I feel that in the past I didn't do as well as I could have, it was not about the talent. And I'm sure a lot of you guys out there can relate to this. It's not about not being talented enough. It's not about you can't sing, you can't dance, you can't act. None of that. A lot of it is just not taking one step at a time and also looking from the left to the right. And I had an agent who told me, do me a favor. And then he told me this when we first got together and we signed. He was a great agent. I wish I could say his name, but I won't. But he said to me, do me a favor. And I go, what? He says, only think of yourself. Don't worry about anyone else. And that sounds selfish. He goes, don't worry about anyone else. And at the time I was like, I don't care about anybody else. I'm thinking about me. But in actuality, he was right. Don't worry about who's booking, who's not booking. Don't worry about, who is got a contract here or there, or who got married and you didn't. And this can pertain to your personal life as well. Who got married, who didn't get married, who bought the latest car, Tesla, whatever, Focus on, you have to really have tunnel vision to be a person who is growing. I'll put it that way, because success depends on, your definition of success is totally different from my definition of success. My definition of success is a peace of mind. Yours could be, I want to make $1 million in a year. Okay. But my point is, keep it real, and also don't worry about what other people are doing, because it doesn't matter. There's no competition. You're the only competition. And this is especially for creative people. You're your only competition. If you get up and you do half of the things that you talk about, well, let's say 25% of the things that you talk about for hours and hours over the phones with your friends or your associates, don't talk about it, be about it. And you will see your life change instantly. Is this easy? It is not, because most of us have been programmed to get on the phone, tell everybody what you're about to do, and you're excited, and they're like, oh yeah, I got you, girl. You got this. Okay. You don't got it because you just gave it to someone else with your big mouth. So just stop talking and do the work. Do the work. The work is going to be different for each one of us. So that's my thing. I'm just now realizing that. Now, I've known this for years, but I didn't apply it to my life. Now I am like, back up. And I'm talking to myself, because guess what? Who's your worst enemy? We all know. I'm my worst enemy. And self-talk is big. And we'll talk about that later. But if your self-talk is negative, or the person or individuals that you surround yourself with most of the time, if that self-talk, that programming is negative, and I don't know, girl, I wouldn't try that. Watch out, be careful. That's another one. Uh, be careful, because just stop it. Just stop it, because it's negative self talk, and you're talking yourself out of trying because you don't know the answers. We don't have answers, unfortunately. No one does. We're all in the same boat when it comes to that. We don't know what's going to happen. All you can do is show up. Just show up, do your best. That's it. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're an actress or a dancer or a hairstylist, because again, I think we're all artists in our own way. You know, whatever you're doing, even in your personal life, show up being the best you can be. And that, yeah, it takes work. And the hardest part is the honesty. Be honest with yourself. Where do you need to work on yourself? You know, because check yourself first. Don't check your husband. Don't check your boyfriend. Don't check your girlfriend. Don't check your kids. Check yourself. And the next video I'm going to talk about will be more about, more tailored to professionals, actors, who people who really want to do the acting thing. Now, there's so many books out there that will try to tell you what to do. And I'm here to tell you it's an individual journey. There's no blueprint. However, there's one key factor that we all have in common. And we're going to talk about that next time, because this has been a long video and my head is buzzing because I'm getting excited myself just listening. But yeah, check it out. So watch my next video if you want to hear experiences from other actors. I'm going to have different people on the platform. We're going to talk about the real side of pursuing your dream. Remember, this is primarily for actors, but the steps to success or feeling successful are pretty much the same no matter what industry you're in. And it always comes down to one common denominator: Y-O-U. I know. And I've been making it really, really hard for myself because I wasn't trusting myself. A lot of the tests that I've been given in my life, I had the answers, but I just didn't speak up. Sometimes you just got to speak up and speak out and find out, you know, how much it's going to cost. Or actually, you know what? Don't find out. Because once you find out how much it's going to cost to stand up and be you, you might not move. Sometimes that can paralyze you. So until next time, my name is Yvette, and we will chat later. Thank you for rolling with me. God bless you. I'll come back soon. Bye for now.